Also, we'll talk about approaching a little bit as well too, and also not abandoning your laser. You could be shooting it a lot more, right? You notice that I'm shooting mine a
Gotcha.
ton as well, and we both have reflectors. I know my reflector is
Mm-hmm.
faster than yours, and here's the thing: my laser is faster than yours, my reflector is faster than yours, but my laser
Mm-hmm.
does a third the damage of yours.
True. Yeah, you were hitting me with a lot of reflectors too. Now that I think about it, last
Yeah.
match.
And here's the thing about your laser too. I don't want to play the entire game going like this because I think you're gonna shoot at me, right? So just
Right.
because I have a reflector doesn't mean that that's my go-to at all times. Your laser isn't strong enough, demoralizing enough for me to just give in and say I'm terrified of getting hit by this. If it was like Samus
Mm-hmm.
charge shot, then yeah, I'm doing this all day. If you have it
Oh
fully
yeah.
charged, right? But for a laser, if it does 10% or like 8.8% fresh or whatever it is, it can, like, worst case scenario, you'll knock me off stage if I'm like standing right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from here, I might probably jump over it or shield it or something. So don't be afraid to shoot. Same thing, like if I'm off stage, I'll say this as well. If I'm off stage and I go like this to reflect the laser that you just shot at me, two
Mm-hmm.
things. You should expect it to be reflected, right? So you can throw out your shield. But also, if I go like
Right.
this, I can't immediately recover. I get sent pretty low. So you now have forced me to go low because I decided to go for the reflector play, which is basically useless on my part, right?
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So even out here, even if you shoot me and it doesn't hit me, it's the fact that you've now taken away my ability to go high. If you shoot like this and I do jump, let's say I go like this to try and jump over the top. I don't know if I can just face it the
Mm-hmm.
right way, but let's say if I was to go like this and then I went like this, now I'm just like trying to die on purpose. If I put myself in a situation like this, like up being from here, because
Yeah.
you could honestly just soft nair and I'm dead because I don't have a jump, or you could back
Yeah.
air me to
Straight
the
up.
stage, right? Or you can try and go for like a T spike, right? Like run off and go like this if you want to, or you can just down smash a
Mm-hmm.
ledge.
Right.
And all of that's being set up by your laser, which even if you get it reflected, it doesn't really matter, right? You shoot out the laser, shield it, jump over it, move out of the way, whatever you want. Assume that it's going to come back. If it doesn't come back, then that's a bonus, right? But if it does come back, don't let it be like a reason to not shoot, right?
Gotcha.
Every single time you're off stage, I'm shooting because it's kind of like
Yeah.
a skill check to say if you jump into this, you're losing your jump. If you jump and reflect
Mm-hmm.
this, it's not going to hit me anyway, so I don't actually care. And you wasted your jump, so I'm going to shoot it no matter what. All right, so I want to see you slow this game down a little bit too. Right?
Gotcha.
We're kind of slugging it out. Nothing wrong with that. But if I were to slow down and you don't, then there's a very strong chance that you're going to slowly get run over. What I mean by
Mm-hmm.
that, as far as like if I'm just sitting back and shooting at you, and you have to try and get around all of my shots, then you're probably gonna have a terrible
Right.
time. However, if we both shoot at the exact same time, you win that trade every single time, right? Although mine
Mm-hmm.
gets to you first, right? Because mine travels quicker. If yours has already been sent, I can't shield or reflect it or jump or anything. I just get hit too, and you're doing like triple the damage. So if it turns into
Right.
a standoff and we're like a 40% difference and I want to sit back and shoot, don't think, oh, well, I got to get in there and do something, right? You have time on your side. You have your laser stronger than mine, right? You hit harder than I do as well. So I'm not saying that I want to camp you and I don't really care if you camp me, but in a situation where you have to fight someone who will camp you to death, don't be afraid to
Yeah.
slow down the game too. Right?
Gotcha.
It's way more fun to just slug it out and be jumping off stage and stuff too. Like I'd rather do that as well. But in a
No,
competitive
yeah,
setting,
dude, because that's
right? Go ahead.
Cause that's my main thing is like anytime I'm playing in tournament, my friend also he's just like, dude, just slow down sometimes, you know, you don't always have to hold forward.
Mhm.
I'm just like, yeah, you're right, you're right.
I don't know why you're not shooting right now. You're winning, right? There you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
So if I want to do this, you're already at death percent. You being at 160 or at 360 makes no difference, right? So if I want to play weird, then let me play weird,
Gotcha.
right? Because by the time I actually get a kill, if I'm already at 85, like bro, you basically aren't supposed to lose in that situation. I now have to go into cheesing you mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Speaking of cheesing, I almost cheesed myself.
Oh.
Oh, I could have died right there.
Mm.
It's all good though. Now you're in a way better spot, right? This is taking the field goal, basically, bro. Versus saying no, we're going for it on fourth down. Now, in this situation, it's terrible for me now because if you go for it on fourth down and you went for something crazy and I killed you at 150, but I was at like let's say 0, or if I was at like 12 or 20, then you have a mountain to climb, or anybody could win, right?
Right, right.
Also, good catch there.
Yeah. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it so much, man, because this is like what I needed Honestly.
This is honestly like the message I want to give to players moving forward is if you were to ask, if I was to ask you, I guess, if you're in a tournament, what is your job while playing in a game? So
Okay.
what would you say is your job? Like you can actually answer this question. What would you say is your job during a game of Smash in a tournament?
If I'm being honest, I would say is having fun like a bad answer?
Yes, it actually is.
Okay.
You can try
All
and have
right.
fun, but your job is
Sure,
to
sure.
win, right? That's your job.
Okay, well, yeah, that's originally what I was gonna say,
Yeah,
but
then you don't got to be
all
nice
right.
about
I
it
mean,
either,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
100%.
you're right though. I mean, yeah, I do want to win, so I'm not gonna lie. Like, I definitely want to win.
Your whole job or your only job is to win, right? And I'm not trying to go all Cobra Kai on you or anything like that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's the truth where it's like whether or not you have fun, that is debatable because you can have fun fighting a Captain Falcon and no fun fighting an Isabel or no fun fighting a
Oh man,
Sonic,
yeah.
but it's
Okay, you're
like
right, Trixx.
but you're trying to win and so are they, right? They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care if you're having fun, not at all, right? If they sit
Mm-hmm.
back and short hop fair or spin dash in place the entire game and then they win, you can be as mad as you want to. You lost. It doesn't
Yeah, you gotta
matter,
hold that.
right? So, as far as moving forward for basically anyone who's trying to be competitive, with that mindset in mind, it takes so much pressure off of yourself thinking I have to style on this person, I have to get on Yeet Smash, I have to do some crazy shit to like impress the crowd or like make a name for myself. It's like no, making a name for yourself is your record. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the record books, it doesn't say, oh, well, this person won by doing this, therefore their record is not as substantial as somebody else's, or this record doesn't
Yeah.
count because this person got timed out and they used a lame character or they used a top tier versus a low tier. It's like, no, if you won, you won. If you win Evo
Mm-hmm.
as Ganon, you don't get more money, right? It's impressive, but you don't
Yeah,
get more
yeah, yeah.
money. It's just what it is, right? So if you shoot out 500 lasers and your opponent calls you lame or a Wi-Fi warrior or scummy or whatever, it's like, but you lost, bro. How like I don't know what to tell you. You
Yeah.
lost. You lost to a Wi-Fi warrior, scummy, lame player. How do you feel? That's on you, bro. That's what it is.
You're not wrong.
Because like even the laser play between the two of us, it's still a chess match to say when should I laser, when should I jump to actually attack, and when should I sit back and reflect, right?
Yeah, right.
Because if you're throwing out your laser and I try to reflect it and I'm always wrong, then I'm going to be taking so much damage, and all of a sudden I'm going to give in. That's the tug of war or the arm wrestling of Smash as well too. If it's projectile versus projectile, who's doing a better job, right? Not necessarily who's being more lame. It's who's literally doing a better job of trying to win. Oh, I should have fared.
Oh, nice. That feedback was beautiful.
We're at here, bro. Oh my.
Oh, I hate to see you in with if Falco has short hop double lasers in this game.
Oh,
Oh
no,
my goodness,
bro.
dude, you would
Best
be
character.
crazy. You're already crazy with it. But nice. Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh.
Ah, not like
Oh yeah,
this.
yeah.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah, I see what you mean, man. I gotta like definitely work on like my defensive play for sure.
So that right there is an entire playstyle that everyone on Earth would say is lame as hell, right? For the most part, I
Yeah,
didn't do
but
anything but run away and shoot lasers. And here's the thing. The fact that I'm an experienced player who knows my combos, kill confirms, my combo windows, all these different things. Anytime that you happen to approach and get like not necessarily mad, but like try and take a risk, right? I got to
yeah,
grab and I
yeah.
put on a combo or I killed you, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say, dude, like you were locking it down, man. Honestly, like people might say it was lame, but the way like I feel right now, it's just like, damn, dude, I couldn't even like get in like how I wanted to.
And that's the thing too, is like, think about how many lasers I shot out that called out full hops and short hops. And even sometimes you would throw out a laser, or you throw out your reflector, and I jump over with my laser because I was looking for a short hop or a full hop. And even though you threw out a reflector at the right time, I was still safe. Right?
Yeah, straight up.
I feel like throwing out projectiles, this is going to sound like the craziest hot take of all time, but throwing out projectiles can be an art form that can actually be fucked up. It's not just mashing young Link arrows. You know, it's not just young Link arrows for days, because there are people that do that and lose. Right? There's people that play like how I did, and they get steamrolled because they're shooting lasers at the wrong time, and you jump over the top, you come down with a fair, or you get a grab. Now they're off stage, now I'm getting ledge trap, my disadvantage is terrible, you're making reads on me, and now I abandon the lasers because it was not helping me out. Right? But yeah, as a whole, I would say, I'm not saying that this is how Wolf should be played, but to think that you have to scrap because your character is so strong. It's like, don't forget your character is quite slow as well, right? We're both slow.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I am a tiny bit faster than you as far as ground speed. Your airspeed is way faster than mine, though, right? So in some cases, you kind of have to rely on your laser to do a lot of the mileage for you, getting across the stage and putting on that pressure where you personally can't. Also, there's really no harm in throwing it out as long as you're throwing it out in a way that makes sense, right? I was playing with another Wolf player last night, and he had a very similar issue, I guess, with how I was playing, as far as every time he put up his reflector, he didn't reflect anything. I think we probably played 5 or 6 games, and not once did he hit me with one of my lasers. It's actually wild. It's like, I just like do double laser, short hop, wave bounce lasers, or full hop laser like that, and then he'd jump into it every single time, right? And it's like, I'm just calling people out. And it's Falco versus Wolf, as far as like, Wolf is not going to do that as much, but you could still be doing wave bounce lasers and catching me for trying to jump in, or like you can do like runaway turnaround laser like that, right? So you get a bit of a slide and get some extra distance, right? So if I like run and try and grab you, now you have the bayonet of the gun, right, which I could run into, or the laser itself. So there's lots of reason to play in that way. And like I said, this is where you have to have that ironclad mental to say, if someone says, yo, you're lame, yo, you actually suck, yo, try playing me without doing that, I bet you wouldn't win if you didn't have a laser. It's like, maybe you're right, but guess what? Unfortunately, the game is created in the way where I do have a laser. So
yeah, you still got fucked up by it.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you, bro. That's just what it is, man. Just basking in the salt. That's what it is, bro. If people get mad at how you play, it's too bad. Straight up.